Welcome to our VirtuaLaw Legal Analysis series. In today's episode, we will discuss the meaning, application and sample case of Doctrine of Absorption of Common Crimes. Let's dive right into it. The doctrine of absorption of common crimes is a legal principle recognized in some jurisdictions, including the Philippines, that deals with the interaction between two offenses committed in connection with one act or incident. This doctrine essentially states that if a particular offense is an essential element or necessary ingredient of another crime, the lesser offense is considered absorbed or merged into the greater offense, and the offender can only be charged and convicted of the more serious crime. Application. The doctrine of absorption of common crimes is rooted in the idea that a person should not be punished separately for committing two offenses when one offense is an inherent part of the other. It prevents double punishment for essentially the same act and promotes fairness in the administration of justice. To apply this doctrine, the court examines whether the lesser crime is a necessary element of the more serious crime or whether it is committed as a means to accomplish the greater offense. If so, the lesser crime is absorbed by the greater crime, and the offender can only be held accountable for the more serious offense. Sample case. Case: robbery with homicide. Let's consider a hypothetical case to illustrate the application of the doctrine of absorption of common crimes. In a small town in the Philippines, a man named John plans to rob a local store. He carries a weapon with him and enters the store with the intention of stealing money and valuables. However, during the course of the robbery, the store owner resists, and a struggle ensues. Tragically, John accidentally shoots and kills the store owner in the process. After the incident, John is arrested and charged with two crimes: robbery and homicide, murder. The prosecution argues that John should be convicted of both offenses separately: robbery for the act of stealing and homicide for causing the death of the store owner. However, John's defense invokes the doctrine of absorption of common crimes. They argue that the homicide/murder offense should be absorbed by the robbery offense, because the killing occurred during the commission of the robbery and was a necessary ingredient or consequence of the robbery. The court reviews the case and agrees with John's defense. The court rules that the homicide offense is absorbed by the robbery offense since the killing was an inherent part of the robbery. In this scenario, John can only be charged and convicted of the more serious crime, which is robbery with homicide. As a result, he will not face separate punishment for both robbery and homicide, even though the latter is a more severe crime. It's important to note that the application of the doctrine of absorption of common crimes may vary depending on the specific circumstances of each case and the interpretation of the law by the courts. Additionally, this doctrine is not applicable in all legal systems, and its recognition depends on the jurisdiction's legal principles and statutes. That's all for this episode. Stay tuned for more legal insights in our future episode. Remember, understanding landmark case helps us comprehend the intricacies of our legal system. See you next time. Like and subscribe.